Hello, and welcome back. If you are new here to this channel, you are part of the family now, so welcome to you. This is God and Girl Talk. I am Chris. I am so happy to have you here today because today we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic that surrounds energy and misplaced energy, mismanaged energy. And I got this idea from another creator that I like to watch. Her name is Alexis. She actually teaches about feminine and masculine energy. It is something that I am interested in because, I mean, this is our biology. We are women, we have feminine energy. Men are masculine, they have masculine energy, but we actually have both. And so these are just the things that we need to manage. Of course, as women, we have more feminine energy than masculine. However, we still have it. And we actually need that more, I won't say masculine, but I will say that more structured energy, that more assertive energy when it comes to managing our energy, especially as women. So, in one of her videos, like this was a while ago, and this just hit me on my prayer walk with God earlier today, but she did a video that I don't even know if I watched the whole thing, to be honest, but it was about men who sow into your feminine energy versus men who reap your feminine energy and like harvest your feminine energy and take away from your energy. And it really just was an interesting concept because today we're going to be looking at it in terms of the world harvesting and taking away our energy and how we can start to create that structure, create those boundaries, and sow back into our energy to sustain us for the projects and the purpose that God has for us. Not letting every little single thing take away the focus and drain us and leave us feeling exhausted and overwhelmed to where we don't even have the energy left to work on what God told us to do. And I'm telling you this from personal experience because I still struggle with it. I still struggle with overcommitting myself to people and to things and honestly doing the most and really just not taking care of myself and prioritizing my relationship with God because someone asked me to do something and I have a free second in my day and I can do it. No. I am actively battling this day in and day out. Like this is something I'm still working on, but I knew I had to make a video about it because I've still learned so much. And we're not going to talk about everything I've learned, but I'm going to give you a real practical tool that you're going to do to help you with this because it's literally changed my life and it's helped me so much manage expectations that I have of people or situations and help me manage my energy better. That way I can actually do things like create these videos for people that I genuinely know and feel need this content and need this information and just need a relatable source because God's put this on my spirit. And to be honest, I never in a million years thought that I was going to be on YouTube sharing all of my personal struggles, all my personal battles, all my personal challenges and wins and successes and all the things and then getting such amazing comments as I'm doing it. Like, I never would have thought I'd be that girl that would be sharing all my personal business and all my personal life. But God has called me to it. And that's why I'm here right now, today, sharing with you that this is actively something that I'm working on and struggling with. But I know I'm not alone. And we're going to work on it together. And we are going to make sure that we are managing our energy so much better in 2026 and beyond because God got a plan and he don't need a tired, overwhelmed, overworked person to create what he has told us and put on our hearts to create. He needs a relaxed woman. He needs a soft woman. He needs a woman who has time and space in her day in order to feel energized and excited to work on the things that he has placed on her heart. That's what he needs. Okay, so we are going to talk about it because likely if you were watching this video, you don't really have an anxiety or overwhelm problem, or you're not always drained just because everything outside of you have an energy management problem. You have a lack of boundaries problem. You have I can't say no to this certain person or this thing problem. Again, telling you that from personal experience. It is hard because I'm a giver and I like to help and I like to do, but I am one person. We have to remember we are one person and we have limits. And that is a gift from God. I just made a short about this, how we need to start embracing the limitations that God has placed on us, especially as women. I'm going to be so real and so honest with y'all because I used to hate getting my period. And I still do, not going to lie. It's not fun because it's getting like worse the older I get. That's another story. But now I'm like, okay, God, what are you trying to teach me in this? I can't barely get out the bed today. That's what you're trying to teach me. Okay, so today's not the day for us to get online and do all the work that I was supposed to do or create even the content or show up. Like there's different ways that God has showed me that I can take rest and still show up for my community and my people and my things, or just say, I'm not available. I'm not feeling well. Because at the end of the day, if we don't take care of ourselves and our energy first, you can't help or pour into anyone else. It's not even possible. You have nothing left to give. So if you have kids, you have a significant other, you have a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, a friend. If you are drained, tired, overwhelmed, and overworked, and everyone is pulling and taking and harvesting your energy, you will have nothing left to give anyone. So we have to protect our energy. We have unfortunately got to this point in our lives because we have not protected our energy very well. And this is biblical. God wants us to rest. He literally, I'm sorry, I go back to Genesis 1 a lot because when I tell you, if you don't read any other chapter in the Bible and you just make it through Genesis 1, you'll be set. You'll have a lot of answers to life, like how to rest. I think I just talked about this on another video. God, do you really think that he needed 7 days to create creation? No, he did not. He gave that rest at the end of the first day, the end of the second day, the end of the third day, and then resting on the seventh day. He gave that to us as an example. If we are made in his image and he takes rest, then maybe we should rest, right? Again, I have struggled with this my entire life, still struggling with it, but God has literally changed me. I love rest. I came home the other day and, I got 2 girls and they're young, 2 and 5, and we do midday quiet time because the 2-year-old, she still takes a nap. So I make the 5-year-old go in her room and figure it out. Okay, I love her, but we do midday quiet time on the weekends, which means sometimes I'm working, sometimes I'm making content, sometimes I'm taking a nap. That's what's happening a lot now. Like nap time for mommy is what's happening a lot because I'm like, okay, my husband, he got it because I'm tired. And he's like, oh yeah, go rest. Love you. Bye. Take your time. Never ask me when I'm going to get up, what I'm going to do, have those people in your life that help you manage your energy better. And if you don't have those people, manage it yourself. And I'm going to talk about that in a bit because this has just really changed the way I see things. Because when I say harvesting your energy, I mean people in this world and things in this world like notifications, emails, your boss, your business, people around you, your friends, your family. They want your time. Some of them because they genuinely love you, but others, they just want to have you do something for them, have you complete something for them. That's your job, or you have to do something and execute on something. Understandable. But when you let that overrun and overwork you to the point now where you're so exhausted, either in the beginning of the day, just you haven't even done anything, you just woke up, you're tired, you're exhausted, you're frustrated, you're mad, or at the end of the day, you have no energy to create and start on the work that God has called you to do. Maybe it's a business, maybe it's being a better parent, maybe it's being a better spouse, maybe it's cooking a meal for your family. Like if you are a person who is just busy, 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 and you cannot execute on the things and take care and steward your household or the things that God has blessed you with, we got to make some changes because everyone around you is harvesting your energy. You have none left. None left, sis. And it's not good because it's not good for you. It's not good for those around you. And you'll realize in a couple years, like, you will burn out. It may not even be a couple years. Like, I have hit the wall. I have burned out totally and completely before. It sucks. It is not fun. And so do not let every little notification, every little email, every person that says they want to spend time with you get in the way of your feelings, your emotions, your energy. Don't let everybody take and harvest from you without pouring something back into yourself. And this can look like a lot of things. And I'm just going to give you a tool that I want to tell you about first, which is, before I tell you like how to sow back into your energy, I want you to take an energy audit. This changed my life, okay? At the end of the day, today, assess your energy levels. I'm having my clients do this because you think it's stupid or it's insignificant or you don't want to do it, but it tells you a lot. Because at the end of the day, if you're flustered, you're overwhelmed, you're exhausted by the time 5 o'clock comes around, man, we still have a few more hours of the day left before we go to sleep, at least 4 to 5. God still wants you to live. He still wants you to rest. He still wants you to create something. He still wants you to have a purpose for those 4 to 5 hours. He didn't create you to doom scroll. He didn't create you to watch Netflix. And he didn't create you to waste a bunch of time and feel exhausted and drained and then wake up and do it all over again. No, you need to assess this daily. Daily. Like today, I have a lot of energy. I don't know where this has come from. Yesterday, I didn't have any energy. I didn't. Like I actually have some pretty bad allergies, and I'm like, I'm drained. I'm tired. I'm taking a nap. That's what's happening. And I listen to my body and I ask myself, what does my body feel like doing right now? Oh, this person wants my attention. Oh, my sister wants to call me. I love her to death, but I'm like, I'm going to bed. Goodbye. I didn't even call her back. I called her today because I'm like, I don't have the energy. And she knows that. Like, that's, get people in your circle who know and understand that and love you for that, to where you are an example. Because especially if you have kids, you don't want to continue this cycle and exhibit these behaviors for them to then take on. Like, mommy's so busy. She can't take a rest. She can't take a nap. She can't take care of herself. She can't cook you a meal because she's exhausted and she's always cleaning and she's always working. She's always doing. Practice being. Say, body, I don't feel so well today. I feel kind of drained, kind of tired. Something must be draining my energy and making me tired. What could that be? I worked really hard on this project for like 4 hours and I didn't take a single break or go on a single walk or step outside and get a single breath of fresh air. That's a problem, sis, because I do take a lot of walks and I take a lot of breaks now, but I was that person that would sit in front of a computer for hours trying to figure something out, to where if I would have just taken maybe an hour, got up, took a 10-15 minute break, came back with fresh eyes and a fresh mind, it wouldn't have taken me so long, because I was allowing the world to drain me, to harvest my energy, to take that away from me and just leaving me feeling drained, overwhelmed, stuck, anxious, sometimes depressed. Okay. So ask yourself every single day what's draining you and identify it. Okay. And then at the end of that, once you identify all the things that you think they are that are draining you, ask yourself or circle either one thing, 1 to 2. You can take 1 to 2, however long your list is. At the end of that day, I would prefer you don't do it and wait till the week. Do it every single day so it's on your mind. And circle one thing that you would either limit, say no to, or stop explaining yourself about. One thing I have that I did recently break, which I'm not happy with myself on, there are certain people that I won't go to dinner with because I have my dinner friends, which are like my really good friends, because I know we'll keep it to 2 hours max. We're out, gone. Other friends, they like to chat. They like to go and like push the limit. And I'm like, I gotta go. And then it just makes it awkward because I'm like, I'm tired. I'm out. I'm leaving. So I'm like, we can get coffee. I can call you on the phone. I can text you, send you a voice note. I just recently broke this with somebody and I'm like, okay, they really need help. I'm going to help them. I'm going to take dinner. But that also takes time away from my time with my family, right? So I also don't go to more than one dinner a week now. But just like less than a year ago, I was out to dinners trying to meet one-on-one with people 2 to 3 times a week. My husband's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, where are you? What's going on? Why are you saying yes to all this? And I'm like, yeah, why am I? Number one, I feel exhausted, tired, and I'm not spending time with you or my 2 children as much as I would like. So now we have 1 dinner a week. Why? Because we have swim lessons. Why? Because I lead a small group for church. Why? Because I'm tired and God has some things that he wants to work with me on and that he wants me to produce for others. But I'm like, okay, I got things to do. You're right. You're right, sweetheart. What am I doing? Now that's a limit. So sometimes my friends are like, oh, can we go to dinner? Like, when are you free? I'm like, I'm free in 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. Like, and you got to be okay with that if you're going to be my friend. Like, I make time for a lot of my friends because my friend group has exploded, and praise God for that. But also at the same time, I'm like, I'm one person and I'm not going to be available for you when you are ready for me to be available for you. So you might have to catch me in about 6 weeks. And I'm not perfect at this. Like I said, I just broke a boundary and I was like, okay, we can meet and we're going to get some work done. Like, that's what, if you need help, we're going to get it done. We're not going to waste a bunch of time. we're not going to do it because I love my energy and I'm going to sow back into it. And at the end of the day, what leaves me replenish and refresh, I don't know if this will help you, but I'll say, with the world that we live in, with so many notifications and so many things grabbing for our attention and people wanting to meet up and notifications, emails, all the things that we are so connected to on our phones, our iPads, or whatever, our computers, like sometimes just being still for 10 to 30 minutes is a way to recharge. Sometimes going on a 30-minute walk. I know I love to do that and spend like 25 minutes going on a 1 mile walk with my dogs or by myself and taking a nice little prayer walk. Reading my word for probably an hour, hour and a half in the morning if I can, then I do because that recharges and refuels me. And I pick a passage and I dissect it and I love it. And I usually make some content about it because God has revealed something to me about it. These are the way that I sow back into my energy. I make meals for my family. I enjoy cooking. So I like to go to the grocery store. I like to cook for them. I like when they tell me that they love my food. Like, I have things that I'm like, I'm cutting it off at 4:30 from whatever I'm doing, and I'm going to make a meal for my family because that leaves me feeling refreshed. Okay. It may look totally different from you. I encourage you not to be on your phone, not to watch a show, not to be on Netflix. Yeah, all that stuff is fun, but is it going to take more energy from you, or is it going to actually give you energy? Chances are, if you're just sitting there staring at a screen, it's not giving you anything but maybe some temporary enjoyment and entertainment. Nothing wrong with that. I highly encourage you take a couple of days a week to watch your favorite show. Have some fun. But if there's something God told you to do, we shouldn't be doing that 7 days a week. You know, maybe 5 days a week, we're now sitting with God. We're now reading a book. We're now educating ourselves on something. We're now thinking about a new piece of content. We're now dissecting scripture. We're taking a walk. We're taking a break. We're making a meal for our family. We're spending screen-free time together. We're playing a board game. Like, how do we energize ourselves to where we are not constantly being taken from in this world? I pray that made sense to you. I'm going to cut it there because I want you to go and do something for yourself now. I want you to go right now and I want you to write down that action that you're going to take. Are you going to take a walk? Are you going to go exercise? Are you going to move your body? Do some yoga? Do some, I don't know, running? Like anything, get up, shake, somatic shaking. I don't even care what it is. Just energize yourself. Focus on you or focus on God. Focus on something that's going to give you life as opposed to always draining that life force energy, that beautiful energy that you have. Okay. I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments what actions you're taking today to re-energize yourself, reawaken that beautiful energy, and start sowing back into yourself. All right. Praying for you, ladies. Love you so much. Bye.